Hey everyone, it's Ethan Ormis back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We're here again for yet another video. Today we're going to be doing some CDL pick'em predictions for this weekend's matches. Of course, this is the final week of qualifying matches for Major 4, which is pretty dope. I've been doing pretty well so far, actually. I had a really good week last week, which I didn't actually make a video reviewing. Excuse me, I was very busy Monday and Tuesday. Didn't really get a chance to do any sort of recording, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, because of that, it was Wednesday. I finally had time to record this video, or record the review video, but I just decided not to, just since it was already a few days late. So I do apologize, but nonetheless, here we are, taking a look at last week's matches. Again, I did really good, 100% right between London and Boston. Seattle and Florida, I did pretty well. Minnesota, New York, I did pretty well. London won a fucking match last week, bro. What the fuck was that? Okay, like, sure, whatever. 100% on the double points for the LA matchup. Excuse me, so that was pretty good. Ended up losing. I ended up getting wrong the final two series of Saturday. I feel like those were pretty 50-50 for the most part, but I had more faith in the teams that I picked. Ultimately, I ended up being wrong. Then on to Sunday, 100% for Vegas over LAG. Pretty close for Toronto over Florida. And again, a 50% match. I went the way of the Thieves. It ended up going Texas. So yeah, I mean, that'll be just a quick little review for you guys. So this week is much more interesting. Of course, like I said, this is the last week of qualifiers. So let's start it off with Toronto beating Vegas. Obviously, Standy going to be on a bit of a revenge tour, so I think this series will be pretty close, but I do think Toronto will end up winning this series nonetheless. Texas beating the LA Gorillas in 4 games. Atlanta beating the Minnesota Rocker in 4 games. Those are my predictions for today's matches. No Game 5s, no sweeps, all 4 games. We will see how that goes. The New York versus London. I'm going to give London a map, but I still have absolutely no faith in this London team. But of course, they did win a series last week, so what do I know? Vegas, I do think will actually be better than Florida, so I'll give it to them in 5. Texas versus Boston. I think I'm going to give this to Boston in 5 games. I do think Boston is the better team currently. Which is interesting, of course. Very, very interesting. I feel like this Texas team hasn't really been anything too special kind of since Scump has left. And even when Scump was here or playing, this team still wasn't anything special. But that definitely wasn't at any fault of Scump's. That's for sure. But moving on to the main event of Saturday, Atlanta versus Seattle, of course. Always a banger. I will give it to Atlanta, though, but this series is almost always a guaranteed 5 games, so we'll see how that goes. Then we've got Seattle versus LAG. I'll give the win to Seattle. I don't really have much faith in this LAG team. I've been pretty high on LAG all year long, having a lot of faith in them. I'm kind of done putting that faith in them because they just don't deserve it. They've shown absolutely no reason for me to give them that boost of morale. So yeah, with that being said, we move on to LAT versus Minnesota, which will definitely be one of the most fun series of the week. In my opinion, I'm sure that'll be a really good one. I do think I'm going to give the win to the Thieves, but it'll be in 4 games. But if it goes to 5 games in Minnesota, I think we'll take that win. But we shall see. And then the final match of the qualifiers for Week 3, we've got New York versus Boston, which I do think Boston will win. And I think that means, does that mean Boston goes 5-0? Is that true? I think so. Yeah, I think if my predictions are right, I would have Boston going 5-0. So we'll see what happens. I do think Boston is one of the best teams currently, one of the most consistent teams currently. So we'll see what happens. Don't have any sweeps this weekend, so that'll be interesting. I can't wait for half of these series to be sweeps, but what do I know? Anyways, let me know your guys' predictions for this week or today's matches, this weekend's matches, and yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.